right. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Leona Towner, and we are here at the Let Me Find Out podcast. This is a NABJ Chicago project that we are using to platform our members that are doing such amazing things here in Chicago that you guys can see and view all across the country. Before we get started, I want you guys to know something that I think you need to read because we are definitely promoting literacy on the podcast as well. We have so many great Black authors. This book right here, let me tell you, if you don't know what's going on when you're in conversations with your cousins, your aunties, intergenerationally, interculturally, historically Black phrases, it's actually Jared Hill and Travell Anderson. They are also NEBJ members nationally. It's gonna give you all the stuff. Let me give you something real quick. Smelling like outside. Phonetic. The aroma that someone's body is giving off a strong hint of grass, dirt, and or must. It's for the white people too, but some of the Black people don't know what we be saying. So go ahead. You need to read this. This is our little literature moment of the podcast. Now that you have walked through that with me, thank you guys for listening. Let me introduce our guest. Let's get straight into it. We have Brittany Kyles, and she has just started the Be Real podcast, and we want you guys to listen to it because we already can tell from the first episode she's coming at you straight. She's telling you exactly what she's experiencing, what a lot of journalists are feeling. And so, Brittany, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Leona, thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. And I am really excited that this is finally happening. I've put it off for a very, very long time. So many people have always encouraged me to do my own thing. And the job market, although it's changed a lot and it's been harder to find employment to get back on TV. I will thank it because it's pushed me to now finally make the decision and the first step in doing my own platform. So, like you said, my name is Brittany. I'm a local lifestyle journalist in the Chicagoland area. Been in the business for 6 years and done a variety of things from hard news, breaking news to stories about dogs, stories about food, behind the camera, in front of the camera. And what I love most is lifestyle journalism. So that is what I am looking to continue to do and develop my uh, creativity skills in and my journalism skills, just making sure that I'm staying sharp and continuing what I love to do. So I'm really excited. The Be Real podcast is going to be all about community stories and lifestyle insights. Anything from your local business owner in your neighborhood to conversations about mental health or dating
Oh,
or
girl,
maybe,
don't touch that.
I know,
No.
right? But dating from a mental health professional's perspective, like traits and signs to look at within your relationship or relationships between your family members that you can assess in order to help you with your dating relationship. So it'll
Okay.
be stuff like that. One thing you will be able to take away from the B Roll podcast is you'll be able to listen to a really good conversation,
Mm-hmm.
listen to an expert, leave better informed, and take resources and suggestions with you. So
Okay.
this will not just be something you just listening to for leisure. This will be something you'll really enjoy and can take something constructive away from it.
Yes, the information. We love the resources that you can use.
Mhm.
I know I just was, social media stalking you a little bit just to get a little bit of your story. And so you are one of those hometown heroes that made it back to your market. So you definitely have already accomplished so much. If anyone hasn't told you that, that is such a huge accomplishment. I know people still trying to get back that left Arizona or what back to Arizona and all these kind of things.
Yeah,
So I definitely wanted to give you that. I wanted to
thank
talk about
you.
something I heard in your first episode. also about that though, where the first thing you kept saying as we started talking was finally, finally, finally. Like this is finally happening. It took a lot of other things to push you to go out and do it. What is the fear behind just going out and making this content yourself?
I would say first, me being in the industry so long,
Hmm.
it is because I am a journalist, because I am a media professional, and all of the expectations surrounded around that put fear in me to start my own thing. So really, my perfectionist type mindset, my type A type mindset, I always sometimes think if I start something, it has to start out perfect. It has to start at this level. And if I'm not starting at this level, we're not starting anything.
Hmm.
And that mindset has not served me.
Okay.
I've been learning a lot that in order to get progress on anything, you have to start
Yeah.
somewhere. You
Start.
have to just do it. So right now, shout out to Brandon, the president of the NAB chapter.
Woo.
He has been very supportive throughout my entire career. He was the one to help me to get home. He's the one who got me the job doing lifestyle journalism.
Okay.
Yes.
Pipeline going strong. Let me
Yes.
tell you. That's great.
So connections are very important, but
Hmm.
I would just say as far as my fear of not wanting to do it, when you are so spoiled with having a network to give you resources for certain things
Hmm.
and you having photographers and people to help make your vision look a certain way, you can't see anything else but that nice, beautiful, perfect way. So
Hmm.
me starting out my own venture, I'm just like, mine's not gonna look like that. But I do still have like a leg up in the game. What I consider mediocre to the average person doing
Hmm.
this with no
Speak on
media
it.
background, with, no type of
You're doing the dang
experience and
thing.
training, it looks glorious. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's kind of just like you have to really put things into perspective, but also dismantle those misconceptions about starting new ventures.
Hmm.
Like just dismantling the thought that it has to look a certain way, feel a certain way. No, if you keep thinking that, you're never going to start. And
Hmm.
so I just had to like stop thinking about it and just do it.
So this is something that usually people put a lot of thought in too, because there has to be some more meaning behind it. I want to know what is the meaning behind this name, Be Real. Because I thought when I first heard it, I was like, that's so cute. Like, be for real. Like, she's gonna be talking about some real stuff. And then I saw the way it was spelled. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, tell me the story.
Leona, you hit it right on the head. That is
Hmm.
exactly what it means. That's exactly what I'm encouraging.
You
The
hit your
other
point then. You got it. You got it through.
Yes, yes, that is exactly what it is. The fun part of it is the real part.
Hmm.
That is just an indication to the audience, to the viewers of my background, the type of perspective that you're going to get. So, we all have journalist reels, and for somebody who doesn't know what that is,
Hmm.
usually it's regarding film, in movie industry and stuff like that, like a film reel. We call our video montage resumes reels.
Hmm.
So when we go to get a job or inquire about employment, they ask us, where's your reel? And
You
so
gotta
we pull up our
educate the masses.
YouTube, we pull up, this is what I've been doing, this is my reel. And so be real, be Brittany, my name, and then real is, the work. So when you hear the Be Real podcast, you're gonna get the real from a journalist, me, Brittany.
Okay. I know you said that the first episode was mainly just about struggles in the job market, and you said we're going to be getting a lot more, um, like I said, just lifestyle variety. I guess what I'm wondering is like, Do you have a content strategy of how it's coming out or anything like that you want to give us details on? Or is we gonna just be dropping it? Is it a weekly? Is it a monthly?
I'm gonna try to push for bi-weekly.
Okay.
I am thinking my strategy will be organic. I do like staying relevant. So, how I stay relevant is, of course, social media, but also community, the types of people that I have in my life, the types of conversations that we have and stuff that they may be experiencing or going through. That is how I stay relevant with what's going on
Hmm.
in the world and people's lives. So something that my friends or my family may say may intrigue me and spark an idea organically. And I'll be like, okay, that's going to be the next episode. I've been hearing a lot of them talking about this, or I've been seeing on social media that this is, going on. One thing in particular that I'm interested in talking about that I've been hearing a lot of, and lots of us who have graduated college is those student loans. And like your everyday people who deferred it for so long, trying to pay that back, what what can they do? What
Hmm.
options do they have? You know? Because I do feel as if there are a lot of us who act like they don't exist, but
Girl.
they have very real impacts. So
Real.
what
Right.
so what could we do? What options do we have? And in layman's terms, what does this actually mean? I do feel like some outlets they explain things in ways that aren't aren't resonating the way they need to the average person. So that's one thing, one topic that I feel like I may want to delve into.
Okay.
But organic is the strategy.
No, I love that as it comes to you, and then that will show, it will authentically uh, come out when we see it like that. So I think we got a lot about Be Real. Can you tell us where we can find out more about Be Real, about all the places it's going to be?
Yes, I will be putting lots of snippets and short little videos on my Instagram. You can follow me at Brittany K TV underscore. That's BRITTANY.
Mm,
Okay. Everybody who's named Brittany spells it differently. So
mm,
mine is ANY.
mhm,
Okay. Double T. So you can follow me there on Instagram. You can also listen to episode 1, which we talk about the job market, as Leona had mentioned earlier, with Brandon Pope, who's the president of the NABJ Chicago chapter. So
NABJ Chicago.
Spotify, Apple Music, type in Be Real. You may have
Mhm.
to scroll down a little bit to find it. It is very new. Just dropped this week, okay?
Okay.
But the image will be pink and it has a little mic in the middle, and that's how you know. But if you really want to stay like within what everything is, what's going on, just follow my Instagram.
Gotcha. So this week is the week of April 24th. I don't know when we're gonna drop this podcast. I don't want them to be like dating us like, oh shoot, she on episode 33 when they see it. Which we already know is gonna happen. This is a new podcast, a great listen, and it is on video. So also a good watch, as she brought up with YouTube. So we want to make sure you guys are looking, but we do want to know a little bit more about the personality behind Be Real. So I have a little challenge for you if you'll accept. It's called BTS with the guest. You accept that little challenge?
Can I change my mind later?
Yep, you can. That's why I'm asking you right now. So I mean, we'll cut it
I'm
right
just
where it
kidding. I'm just
was.
kidding.
No,
Yes,
I'm just
yes.
kidding. All right, so I'm going to ask you a little speed round of questions. Just top of mind, answer them, and then I'm going to get into some more like short answer, sentence completion, and we're just trying to get to know a little bit more about you. We got to keep it Chicago because we are the Chicago chapter of the National Association of Black Journalists. So here is your first speed round. Let's go. Are you a percolator or a Chicago stepper?
Both.
Okay, okay.
Both. Both,
Okay,
yes.
both. You going to Lincoln Park Zoo or Brookfield?
Neither. I really don't like zoos, and
Okay,
I don't support how they be having them animals chained up. So I'm
okay.
not going to either. I'm
So
sorry.
we percolating, but not around the animals. I hear you.
No,
Are
they
you gonna?
belong in the wild.
They do. They do. Field Museum or Museum of Science and Industry?
Art museum.
Okay, art museum. Do you have a particular art museum? You know, in Chicago, we got like 25 million of them.
The Art Institute.
Okay, Art Institute. Keeping it classy.
Mhm.
What is the last thing you've read?
The Bible.
Amen. Okay. Yeah, you better keep it tightly. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Your self, my, could you finish this sentence? I'm sorry. My go-to self-care activity is.
My nails.
Okay, you do them yourself or are you going to
Yes,
get them
ma'am.
done?
I do my nails, my toes, my hair, my makeup, jack of all trades.
Okay, and they all look good, professional.
Thank
I see
you.
that type A coming out because I would have never known.
Yes.
Okay. And then the best advice you've gotten recently.
Ooh, recently.
Hmm.
You're gonna think this is funny, but I got it from Chat GPT.
Okay. Okay, I'm already laughing, so you're right.
And it was about the podcast because I was like, what does this look like? I only got two people to listen so far. And Chat GPT was like, you got two listeners, which means that's two real people. You have to understand that success doesn't happen overnight.
Mm,
And you're going to have to be consistent and believe in your product. And that's going to get you to where you're going to go. And then they gave me examples of Oprah and some other successful people and how they started and where they are now. And basically was like, you got two real people. That's still good. You should still celebrate that.
mhm.
So that was I loved that I got because I was like, had unrealistic expectations still with this new journey and everything. You really just have to be patient, believe in what you're doing. People will rock with you. You really got to find your audience first. And sky's the limit. So I feel good. I'm really happy that I released the podcast. And I believe in the work that I do. This is all about community and lifting up other people, inspiring somebody, and giving them some advice to help their journey. Even though yours was hard, you'll be able to give your testimony on my platform to help inspire other people. So I believe in what I got. I believe it can be great. It will be. So that's what it is. That's my advice. Sponsored by ChatGPT.
Okay. That advice was nothing to laugh about. It was real stuff. No wonder they're out here taking our jobs, girl. Taking our jobs. It's okay. It's okay. We still got the human element. They can't have the human element.
You can't replace that, but
You
I
can't.
cannot deny it can be handy. Okay.
Handy at times. I give it handy at times. All right, okay. So thank you so much for joining us, Brittany. Brittany is a member of the Chicago chapter of the National Association of Black Journalists. If there are some great things you guys hear about, know about, independent projects, it is only $35 to join if you are a journalist. That is the caveat. If you just want to hang out with us, it's a little bit more, but it's for a great cause. So thank you guys for coming and finding out with us on Let Me Find Out. Peace.
Thank you.
Let Me Find Out is a collaborative production co-hosted by members of the Chicago chapter of the National Association of Black Journalists. Intro video by B Squared Productions led by Brett Brooks. Captions and graphics generated by CapCut. Post-production by lead editor Lee Edwards. This podcast was hosted by Leona Towner. Follow us on Instagram at NABJ Chicago. Subscribe to our YouTube by typing the letters NABJ and then fully spelling out Chicago chapter to find our page. Until next time, peace out.